Hi, Perpetual Mommy with the Sensible Mama here today. We're on a mission to educate, equip, inspire, and share. And today we're going to be talking about why children ride rear facing. So for those of you who are new to my channel and new to the Sensible Mama, I am actually a certified CPS, which is a child passenger safety instructor. And what that means is I actually teach the certification course. It used to be a 40-hour course. It still sometimes is. It typically takes 4 to 5 days for someone to become a CPS technician. That's someone who can go out and be certified to help you install your car seat, understand how to use your car seat, understand how to use all the components of your car seat. So not only am I a technician, but I'm an instructor. So I teach people to become technicians. And I really enjoy it. It's not something that anybody goes out there and says, hey, when I grow up, I want to be a CPS instructor. It's something that kind of like fell into my lap, and I'll talk to you guys about that at some other point. But it's one of my many hobbies, and probably my favorite hobby that I have is keeping babies safe while they travel to and from, whether it be to the grocery store, to grandma's house, or across the country. So this is the beginning of a series of videos that I'm going to do, very short videos just addressing very specific questions about car seats. And so this one today, again, we're going to be talking about why babies travel rear facing. Why is being rear facing so very important? And it is very important for you to know for your state or wherever you're living what the laws are. Now, laws are not best practice. They are what we can get past, so they're usually the bare minimum. So don't think that because your state says one thing that is the absolute best practice for your baby. So what you will hear in my videos, I do live in the state of California. I will talk about the law in California for those of you who do live in California, but I'm always going to talk to you about best practice. So even if the law where you live is less than what I'm talking about, I will always talk about best practice, and those are best practice guidelines set out by NHTSA, which is the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, and the recommendations put out by the American Academy of Pediatrics, so AAP. All right, again, so in my videos, you will always hear best practice. So what I'm talking to you about right now, it's December 2016. What I'm telling you as of right now is correct. Now you have to remember that car seat information is very fluid. It changes very frequently with crash testing, with new guidelines that come out. So things change all the time. But as I sit here and now with you, what I'm telling you is current and the most up-to-date information. So we are at the very end of December 2016 right now. Again, I do live in the state of California. And right now, children, the law is going to be changing as of January 1st, 2017 for California residents. It will say that all children under the age of 2 need to be rear facing until they are at least 40 pounds or 40 inches tall, and they need to meet the requirements of their car seat for safe travel. So a child basically now in the state of California needs to stay rear facing until their 2nd birthday. That is the minimum guideline. The only exception to that would be if your child weighed more than 40 pounds or was taller than 40 inches and was still in an appropriate seat to travel forward facing at that point in their life. Now, remember that a lot of seats go past 40 pounds rear facing, and that a lot of seats go past 40 inches for rear facing. So that again is the minimum. That is the minimum time at which you can go forward facing. So again, basically, again, in the state of California, you will be rear facing, your child will be rear facing until at least their 2nd birthday. Now, NHTSA and the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that your child rides rear facing for the maximum height and weight of the seat. Now, every seat that you have is going to have different height and weight requirements. You need to be very clear that you know how tall the child can be for rear facing and how much they can weigh. But a lot of seats now go up to 55 pounds for rear facing. So basically your child can be rear facing until they were 7 years old. Now, one of the questions that we get with rear facing is, what about the legs? Now, children will sit Indian style, most of them. Their legs will get long. They will hit the back of the vehicle seat. That is okay. So the car seat, when a child rides rear facing, is designed to protect the head, neck, and spine. So the head, neck, and spine stay cushioned inside the seat. Now, the most common type of impact that we do have in a crash or a quick deceleration is a forward whiplash type of motion. Now, children have a very large head in proportion to the rest of their body. And so the way that we explain that to parents and to caregivers, it would be like having a bowling ball, which would be the head, attached to a silk scarf, which would be the spinal column. And so what that means is where you and I could sustain the force of a front-end crash at 10 miles an hour or hitting our brakes really quick for a dog running in front of the car, your baby if they had that very quick forward thrust motion like that, something for us that we would barely register, again, hitting our brakes for a dog running in front of the car, could actually paralyze our children. Because again, we're holding that head, the bowling ball, attached to a silk scarf. They really can't sustain that forward thrust motion, that whiplash type motion. And so by riding rear facing, the head, neck, and spine stay cocooned inside the shell of the seat, whether that be an infant only carrier that has the carry handle and snaps into a base in the car, or a convertible seat like this one. Now I do have another video that I recorded about a year ago. I will link it in here. It is very, very detailed on how to secure your child in their seat rear facing. Again, I will link it. So for anybody who wants to know, how do you tighten the straps? How do you put baby in? Where does the retainer clip go, which is this piece? All of those components I do talk about in that video. And again, I will link that. But again, baby rear facing is so that when they travel and we hit our brakes and we have that forward thrust where you and I have head, neck excursion or whiplash, your baby doesn't get that. Head, neck, and spine stay cocooned in the seat. So as the seat rocks, baby's head, neck, and spine rocks back with the seat. This is called rebound. So rebounds, the seat's going to come back, and that's going to move forward like this against the back of the vehicle seat. So baby's head, neck, and spine stays, again, aligned with the back of the shell of the seat. There is no whiplash or head, neck excursion. So it protects baby's head, neck, and spine. The number one purpose of a car seat is to protect the head, neck, and spine. The second purpose is to prevent ejection. Now, babies in their second year of life, now this is the second year of life, are 5 times more likely to survive a crash if they are rear facing. So again, even though like in the state of California, law is going to tell you at their second birthday they can go forward facing, you need to remember in that second year of life, they are 5 times more likely to survive what we call an unsurvivable crash, where everybody else would perish in the car if they are rear facing. So it is so much safer. Again, you have the harness straps here, they're holding baby down and in the seat. So when a baby's rear facing, the harness straps are always, these are your harness straps, are always even with or below. So even with or below the shoulder blades. And the way I explain that to parents is it's like being on a roller coaster. If you've ever ridden a roller coaster that goes upside down, those harness straps, you pull them down and over your shoulders and it holds you down and in your seat in a roller coaster as it goes upside down. It is the same principle for baby. Because remember, this car seat's going to rebound, it's going to rock back, it's going to come forward, and it's going to come back against your vehicle seat. Now when that does that, you want baby to stay down and in the seat. You want baby held down and in the seat. If the harness straps were above baby's shoulder up here, baby's little body would slam up into the next strap and slam down. We do not want that. Again, holding baby down and in the seat so they're held nice and firm as they rock and rebound. Okay, and a crash or a quick deceleration, that takes all that pressure off that head, neck, and spine and decreases the chance of a spinal injury. Now back to, we have that really long 2-year-old riding rear facing. Parents want to say, well, what about their legs? What about their legs? They're hitting the back of the vehicle seat. Now what I can tell you is I've never heard of a baby getting a broken leg or a broken foot from riding rear facing. Okay, somebody will be the first. It will eventually happen. But what I can tell you is we can fix a broken leg, we can fix a broken foot, we cannot fix a severed spinal column. So I'd much rather have my baby have a broken leg than a severed spinal column. So we go ahead and we leave that baby rear facing for as long as possible. So again, most car seats now go past 40 pounds rear facing as far as the convertible seat. Now this is a convertible seat. That means it travels rear facing and then converts to forward facing. Okay, so it becomes a convertible rear to forward. Okay, but the infant only carry handle seats, also rear facing. Every baby will eventually ride in a convertible seat. That seat with the carry handle, that is an optional seat. Baby can come home from the hospital rear facing in a convertible seat. You do not have to have the infant only carrier that does have the carry handle. And again, I do talk more about that in the longer video that I will link, where we talk about detailed stuff about how to be rear facing. But again, harness straps at or below the shoulder blade, never above. Okay, holding baby down and in the seat to protect the head, neck, and spine, cocooned against the back of the shell of the seat. The harness straps and the shell distribute the forces of the crash all around here instead of on baby's head, neck, and spine, keeping baby safe. Okay, I am going to link to the Sensible Mama forum chat. I would love to hear any questions you guys have about car seats, about why anything is the way that it is in the car. I'm not going to do a whole lot of installation stuff just because there's so many variables as far as seat belts and seating components and car seats out there. But I will answer, these kind of questions about why we're facing, why latch, is latch or seatbelt safer, forward facing, when do we booster seat, all these kind of things. So whatever you guys want to hear me chat about, I'm gonna again try to do these very quick segment videos talking about very key points of child passenger safety and car seat related information. But again, this is the Perpetual Mommy with the Sensible Mama, hoping you're having a great day. Bye-bye.